vampire stream. The vampire stream. Make sure y'all smash the like button. This is the vampire stream. Excuse me. The vampire stream. Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Can y'all hear what I'm saying? He said, "Yo, you been my dude since Martinez versus Chavez video he made way back." That shit's old. That's a throwback. The Stream King has returned on the vampire stream. The vampire stream. I'll be right back. We got to talk about some things on the vampire stream. Smash the like. Yo, we had some good fights tonight. That top rank card was lit. It's litty. We're here to talk about it on the Vampire stream. Listen, let's jump right into it. To this day, we had some good fights on today. You know, boxing is lit, man. We still got Derek Chisora, Dillian White, Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington. I was born ready. You know, we got Canelo fight next week. It's lit. You know, shout out to Max Holloway, Clarissa Shields, Cecilia Brækhus, Vasily Lomachenko. You know, what's the dude's name? Emmanuel Navarrete. Shout out to him. Teofimo. Let's get it. All right. Everyone's talking about Lomachenko. I had to get something to eat, but I feel good now. You know what I'm saying? Got my little hand sanitizer. I feel good now because I got something to eat. Smash the like button. We working on the vampire stream. Lomachenko. He had a tougher time than a lot of people thought he was going to have with... Hold on, let me turn my ringer off. Hold on one second, yo. All right. So anyway, Lomachenko fought PEDRAZA. He did really good in the 11th round. He threw everything but the kitchen sink. But for me, man, I feel so much better that I ate. Man, see, I'm not trying. I don't do shit for pity or whatever. But life of a YouTuber, trust me, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, you know, it's better than working for somebody else. But it has its, you know, it has its little things. Every single time on fight night, I always end up starving. Like, you know, to watch the fight and shit. And then I never, you know, I never eat. You know, this job is demanding. You know, you have to be ready, even if you don't want to record and stuff like that. But PEDRAZA, he was crafty. He was game. His movement, he had some upper body movement. See, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like, styles make fights, and Lomachenko, once he fights, you know that it's just like Golovkin in the sense where, like, once he started fighting more able-bodied people, guys who are champions, guys with a lot of confidence, you know, guys on, you know, win streaks, guys who have some momentum, guys who have height or weight advantages, guys who have different disparities, you've noticed the fights are getting tougher for Lomachenko. It's that simple. Simply put, just like Golovkin. Golovkin, they were talking about, oh, 20. This is why I know who knows boxing and who doesn't. Because y'all just listen to what these promoters and networks feed you without looking and visualizing for your own self. Golovkin's a good fighter. He's a silver medalist, you know, not taking nothing away. Lomachenko is a good fighter, 2-time gold medalist. But we haven't even got Lomachenko fights with the guys that people are clamoring to see him face. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mikey Garcias and Tank Davis and, you know, there's Berchelt, Machado. We haven't even got through certain fights like that. And they've already said he's better than Muhammad Ali or Floyd and Pacquiao, you know? It's just insane. The ultimate test was when you put someone with equivalent skills, experience, power, and or a style that should, on paper, confuse that person. You know, give them problems. And that's what it is. Like, there's a lot of Lomachenko opponents that I don't feel like he, you know, they didn't have no momentum. They were coming off a loss. They were visibly a lot smaller. They were in that, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, if Lomachenko beat Mikey Garcia, for example, that would be the biggest win in his whole entire career. That's why people want to see certain fights. If he beat Gervonta Tank Davis, that would be the biggest fight win of his career. Vice versa. You know, it's just the reality of it. So we gotta Loma still hasn't beat a style that he lost to. That's another good point. He never rematched Orlando Salido, and he never, and then, you know, people accept that. What if Mayweather had a tough first fight with Maidana, which I did think he won, but, you know, credit to Maidana, that's one of my favorites. Maidana did his damn thing. What if Mayweather just skipped over a rematch and just, people would easily say that Mayweather ducked him? What if Wilder, with all the controversy from the week ago from Tyson Fury, what if he just never rematched Tyson Fury? You know, it had been 4 years and he still hasn't fought. What would people say about Deontay Wilder? You see how they do the black fighters? I know y'all see it. Honestly, in your heart of all hearts, you go, oh, why are you bringing up race and all this bullshit? Just answer the question. Answer the question. If Deontay Wilder, who had some struggle with Tyson Fury, a lot of people said Fury won. Some people said Wilder won. Some people, like myself, said it was a drawish type of fight. What if Deontay Wilder, for the next 4 years, did not fight Tyson Fury? What do you think people would say? Lomachenko fought Salido in like 2013 or something, and it's about to be 2019. It might have been 2014, somewhere around there, because it was his second pro fight, so it was after he turned pro. We still, to this day, in the Wilder voice, to this day, have never seen him rematch Orlando Salido, the one guy that we know conflicts with his style, his movement, his matrix isms. See, this you on that bullshit. You on that bullshit. Scorpio King says Wilder has no one else to fight but Fury. Loma has many better champions and fighters to go against. That's why. Okay, so who? How is it? You're in the hot seat, by the way. Who are these better champions to go against, and who are them that he's fought? So, okay, see, you can't win. I'm gonna show you why. Scorpio King. Here, I'll pull up the exact date. You know, y'all want to play around? Okay, I got y'all. See, these dudes are so desperate, and they know what I'm saying is true, so they try to make a point out of nothing, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'll prove it. Okay. BoxRec. Lomachenko has a record of 12-1. He just beat PEDRAZA. He fought Orlando Salido in March 1st, 2014. It's getting ready to be 2019. So, you know, in March of next year, we're going on, what is that? What is it, 2019? We're going on 5 years. So, you tell me. No, hold on. Now we got to get you. You in the hot seat, partner. You're saying Mikey Garcia tank. So why we'll say 4 years, because it hasn't been quite 5 years until March of next year. So in 4 years, he hasn't fought Mikey Garcia, tank, etc., etc. So the whole thing is, my whole point is, from March 1st, 2014, all the way up to December, whatever today is, December 2018, he has not fought Orlando Salido. You're talking about future fights that he could fight. So explain to me, since you want, are you talking at a time? Explain to me why in 4 years the Salido fight has never happened. You're talking about future fights of guys he's never fought anyway, like Mikey Garcia and Tank. Your original standpoint said that Wilder has no one else to fight but Fury. Lomachenko has better champs and fighters to go against. That's why. So now let's hear you justify the last 4 years of never facing Salido, the one guy that beat you. Enjoy that. We waiting. Scorpio King, where you at? This shit easy work. You just referenced all these fighters that he hasn't fought yet. I'm talking about the previous 4 years. Now it doesn't even matter because Salido stealing beers and losing to Mickey Roman, who lost to Miguel Bercho. He fought undefeated fighters. Boy, you striking out. You jumping around. You're not answering the question. I don't give a fuck if he fought undefeated. I'm saying, why didn't you fight and rematch the one guy that beat you? And then I referenced Wilder or Fury. A lot of people thought Wilder lost to Fury. and or there was controversy there. So my question that you try to rebuttal, which you can't, is what happens if for the next 4 years, Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, chose not to fight against Tyson Fury? What would people say? LaShawn, you in the hot seat next. I got you. Let me handle one. Let me handle one first. I got you next. Scorpio King, you striking out. Hurry up. I got another hot seat already lined up. This is what we doing in boxing. One by one. You said he fought undefeated guys. But why not fight the guy that beat you? Not the crowd thinks you lost the fight. The judges thought you lost the fight. Wilder versus Fury was deemed a draw, whether you agree with it or not. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, LaShawn. See, I'm in hot seat mode. I reread what you said. I get what you said. So we only got the one. We only got Scorpio King in the hot seat. My bad. That's me. I'm just, I'm in hot seat mode. So I misread that. That's me. I personally wouldn't want to watch him fight older fighters with many loss. Get him out of here. Ricky Rick, get Scorpio King out of here. You see how he won't answer my question. Like I said, what would the consensus be if Wilder for the next 4 years did not rematch the guy that arguably beat him? The guy who beat him, who didn't even beat him, according to the judges, it was a draw. What if Andre Ward did not rematch Kovalev? He won. The judges said, hey, we all have you winning unanimous decision by 1 round. But what if Andre Ward waited 4 years and still hadn't fought Kovalev again? What would the consensus be? Yet VASYL Lomachenko, he gets a pass for that. And now you saying I wouldn't want to watch him fight older fighters. He fought him in 2014. Hold on, I got to get rid of this dude. Bow. Listen, he fought him in 2014. It's a rematch. A guy beat you. So now it's about age. So if an older guy beats you, so if Bernard Hopkins beats Kelly Pavlik and then never does a rematch, he could just duck and dip out of the rematch because the guy's older than him. Why does Canelo want to fight Floyd again? Floyd's older than Canelo, and he's getting older and older. He's 41 now. So why does Canelo want a rematch? Oh my God, I told you they can't fuck with me. This is what happens when you start reaching for the truth. I got too much ammunition. Why the fuck does Canelo Alvarez want to rematch 41-year-old Floyd? If you don't want to see someone fight someone old, why do fans want to see Canelo fight Floyd? Huh? Lomachenko beats Tank. That's debatable because he was, he had his hands full with Pedraza. Some people would agree with you. Some people would disagree with you. But the only way to find out is if they fight. So this is all your opinion and speculation. That's cool. But assholes are like opinions. Everybody got to have one. Canelo wants to fight Floyd. Have you not heard all of his, since he signed with DAZN, all these headlines and interviews where he's talking about fighting Floyd and he's not going under 160, but he could beat Floyd now. And Eric Gomez of Golden Boy saying Canelo would be different now. You missed all of that? Yeah, Canelo's talked about fighting Floyd. But using this man who just got flamed up in the hot seat on the Vampire stream, you shouldn't go after a guy that beat you that's older than you. See how stupid that sounds? Now, more excuses. LOL, everyone want to fight Floyd for a payday. See, these dudes, these dudes are shapeshifters. They know what I'm saying is true, so they just keep making up more bullshit. Now, but it's not just that one person. I mean, you could think throughout history and think of all kinds of people who want some get back, fought a guy and lost to a guy that was older than him, and then they wanted to fight him again. Stop it. If you get beat, you get beat. It don't matter what the person's age is. That older person beat you. Anyway, Lomachenko versus Gervonta Tank Davis or Mikey Garcia are both awesome fights. Period. You know, PEDRAZA was in there holding his own. He looked good. Did some things wrong, in my opinion. It is what it is. But, you know, all these comparisons to Pacquiao and Muhammad Ali and Floyd and saying Floyd would lose to Lomachenko. Look at the people who said that. Like, like honestly, I'm not big on triangle theories and shit. But honestly, who in their right mind believes that Floyd at any weight would have any issue with Jose Pedraza? Honestly, Jose Pedraza doesn't even hit hard enough for Floyd to struggle with that. His defense is too tight. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's ever given Floyd issue, most of those guys could at least hit. Like, does anybody believe Floyd would struggle with Jose Pedraza at 135, 140, you know, 130? Honestly. Does anybody believe that Floyd in any of those weight classes? See, that's what I'm saying. These dudes be like, ESPN said that. You know, Dan Rayfield, he said, oh, this version of Lomachenko would give Pretty Boy Floyd problems, if not beat him. Okay, does anybody believe that at this point? See what happens when you just say whatever, you know, trying to promote someone. Promoting people is cool, but you can still talk respectful to legends, and you can still talk within reason, because in the end, it makes you look crazy. It makes you look, I'm not out here, like, everything that I've ever said on tape, I feel like that. You know, I'm not out here saying nothing outlandish. I tell you, Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia is a good fight. You know, both guys have a shot. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lomachenko, it's an excellent fight. Both guys have a shot. But, you know, leave it to ESPN, HBO, and old media. They start saying this radical stuff like Chocolatito's #1, you know, and, you know, just a year before, he's fighting a guy who's 29-3. You know, they say, oh, Lomachenko's better than Ali. All right. But then he's having, you know, a close fight. Up until that 11th fight, the fight was reasonably close, you know. But, you know, Pedraza pretty much fucked that up, getting hurt like that and not clinching, and, you know, not knowing how to survive. You can't let someone zap your energy. So props to Lomachenko for capitalizing. But that's why Lomachenko, he burst with his energy, because, you know, he was in a tough fight. So you seen that opportunity, you going for it. You know, that's just his nature anyway. I had Linares going into the 10th round. That's what I'm saying. Linares gave Lomachenko a tough fight. Pedraza, I mean, people, no matter what, they're going to keep coming up with an excuse. Oh, it's his shoulder. I mean, Lomachenko's not complaining about his shoulder. Yeah, it did look like Linares kind of quit, you know. I don't know. It's a body shot, though. I don't know. Body shots, you know, that will zap the fight out of you. Nah, nobody called me a hater. They listen, I don't care. At the end of the day, people could say whatever they want, but just listen to what I say and see how much of it comes true. Period. I told you the same thing. Yeah, Tank KO'd Pedraza. Styles may fight. Tank got cracks. I tried telling you. Like I said, Lomachenko, he has a gift and a curse. Gift, he's confident, but that's also the curse. His confidence could leave him in the pocket if he starts fighting the right people. His confidence in, like, thinking he can get in and out, you know, as much as he wants. Ego, you think Alexander Usyk will have success at heavyweight? I don't. That's hard to tell because I haven't seen him there. Like, I heard he did really well with Klitschko in sparring, and Klitschko, you know, is the man. So it's possible, but it's still a different ballgame. I can't really answer that until I got to see him fight Dillian White, Chisora winner or something. That, you know, it's impossible for me to, because I don't know how that's a big difference. Joshua ass, fucking buff ass RoboCop looking dude, he weighed like 250 to 262 in fights, you know, at the weigh-in. You know, who knows if he gains more muscle, like, you know, eats rice and carbs and shit. He might weigh 268 at the end. You know, who knows? Joshua's a big dude. So, you know, and he's a gold medalist too. You know, I don't know. I got to see how Usyk looks. He's a talented fighter though. So it's you know, it's not without reason. You know, Wilder knocked down someone who's 6'10" basically, and pretty much sent him to the outer limits. So if Wilder, it's not about Usyk is more technically skilled than Wilder. I mean, but that's virtually all of Wilder's top level opponents. Usyk is not God. He's not Thor. Wilder has power to separate you from your senses. You better not let him hit you. It don't matter how Usyk could be schooling Deontay Wilder. If Wilder connects with that shit he be hitting people with, it don't matter how skilled you are. You're going to be skilled right up out your senses. I like VOD I don't know. I don't know where light heavyweights is to me up for grabs. Alida Alvarez versus Kovalev. If Alida Alvarez beats him again, I'm gonna say he's probably the man to beat. Especially if he beats him in a like how he did the first fight. If he beats him in a nasty way, I would say that's probably the biggest accomplishment. Out of these other cats, Andre Ward's retired, so he's not in the equation. You know, so out of Dmitry Bivol, you know, Artur Beterbiev, Joe Smith Jr., Jean Pascal, you know, he lost, so he's kind of at the end of his career. And Vodstick, I would say Alida Alvarez is the man if he wins it. I just got the email from Main Events. Adonis should have retired after Jack. He looked way wild. See, and that's the other thing is Adonis. See, Adonis, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Adonis because he's dealing with something that's bigger than boxing. So I don't, you know, out of respect, I'm not going to, you know, kick a man while he's down by like nitpicking and critiquing. But real quick, Adonis, he didn't do himself any favors like having like a certain level of competition and then for back-to-back fights fighting a Badu Jack and then a Vodstick. Because that wasn't, in my opinion, really good preparation for that level of competition. You get what I'm saying? Like fighting, what's his name? Tom Carpensy and shit like that. Thomas Top Dog Williams. Like, it's cool, but, you know, you're talking about the top 5, 6, 7 guys. You know, fighting them is going to be different than fighting Tom Carpensy. So... boxing's lit though, you know, and it's good. It's good that Lomachenko looked more human, you know. Now we can get some of these fights cracking. You know, 2019 I feel is going to be a really good year for us in boxing. Yeah, Teofimo really impressed. He's like, I ain't getting paid by the hour. He's making any short nights and shit. I like that. Listen, Lomachenko, this is not like a Lomachenko bashing session. Lomachenko's good. If you don't have the right shit, then you're not beating him. If you don't fight him the right way, then he's going to make you look crazy. Lomachenko, he's like... One, I don't see Lomachenko fighting at an advanced age like Mayweather, Bernard Hopkins, because he's too reliant on athleticism. You know, I haven't seen him fight like see, Mayweather was able to adjust his style as he started fighting bigger guys and having hand injuries. He was able to tailor his style. Lomachenko's style is like frenetic movement, you know, constantly moving and like, you know, filling you out. And, you know, I just don't see that really work. He's not going to be able to fight till like Juan Manuel Marquez's age, fighting Pacquiao and shit. Marquez was like 41 years old. He was 40 years old when he knocked out Pacquiao. How are you going to the Keith Thurman return fight next year? I haven't even thought about next year, like what fights I'm covering. You know, whatever the fans want, I'll try to make it to it. You know, I definitely I want to give the fans whatever they want. And now I got these channel members, so you know I gotta have some extra shit on tap for them. So hang in there. We just getting everything lined up like bowling pins. Whatever the fans want, I'm always up for, you know, constructive criticism, feedback, suggestions. You guys let me know, and I'll try to accommodate within reason. Jim Lampley cried after tonight's show. Yeah, I'm sure it's heartfelt. They've been in the game for 45 years. I don't know exactly when he came on, but, you know, your job is all of a sudden coming to an end. Yeah, I don't know. You got to look at people's lives, too. I don't know if he has his next thing lined up, you know. That was paying the bills. So, shit, I might cry, too. The Vampire Stream. Yeah, make sure you smash the like button. But I think tonight's fight with PEDRAZA and Lomachenko, PEDRAZA did. See, this is the other thing. PEDRAZA was a 50-1 underdog. 37-1, 50-1. I heard different things. You know, I think it depends on the sports bet that you go to also. But the telecast said 37, but then I also seen another one. The other thing is, too, is this what I'm saying, like the networks. The networks, like the promoters and stuff, they could try to feed you whatever about the fighter, but the fighter's got to be the one. And I just feel this fight showed me what I've always said. Lomachenko's a good fighter, but I got Terrence Crawford, number one. Why you always look on the left? What does that even mean? Why do I always look on the left? These dudes be stalker. Like, can I look at my phone? Like, these dudes be analyzing. Why is your beard crooked? Why do you always look to the left? Are you studying my mannerism? Some of y'all be weird. Why do you always look? Did anyone else notice me, I guess, looking to the left? Like, damn, I can't look at my phone? Shit. I was trying to read something for y'all. I was going to read a tweet, if that makes you feel better. These dudes... Yeah, what are you looking at right this moment? Anyway, the promoters, they can say whatever they want, but like Bob Arum keeps saying that Lomachenko's Muhammad Ali, this fight was sold out, but it was in the theater room at Madison Square Garden. It wasn't in the big room. This fight sold 5,312 tickets. Well, I don't know if they sold that much. That's what that's the attendance. 5,312. You know? I think the Rigondeaux fight had more people there, to be honest, than the PEDRAZA fight. 5,312. Yeah, it was at the Hulu Theater. So... You know, motherfuckers always talking about tickets, say, oh, Wilder and shit. Wilder had almost 18,000 people. This Lomachenko-PEDRAZA was a good fight. It was a good card. But I honestly expected, I thought it would have more. You know, I don't know. I know they could scale it up and stuff, but it had 5,312. Nah, not really what? Nah, not really what? What are you talking about? Oh, somebody snitched on you. I get it. Yeah, you probably was saying crazy shit because you already said, so I already remember your name. You just said something crazy in here. Anyway, I thought it would have more. So, you know, to me, Mikey Garcia, see, Al Heyman he's doing his thing. Mikey is clearly the A-side. How the fuck, if Mikey fight, first of all, win, lose, or draw, he's going to partake in a fight that I believe will sell. With Errol Spence with 100,000 max capacity. I don't know how many people will be in attendance. But, you know, all this A-side shit, these fighters are going to have to stop. Because if Mikey, I don't know what the attendance will do. But let's say it does crazy numbers. Lomachenko's last fight with PEDRAZA sold 5. It had not even. I keep saying 5 sold, but you know they comp tickets and people come with teams and guests and family and shit. Anyway, the attendance tonight for Lomachenko PEDRAZA was 5,312. I got all the connects. 5,312. Mikey's about to fight in a stadium that holds 100,000. So if Mikey, you know, obviously if he beats Spence, his shit's going through the roof. Even if he holds a good account of himself and doesn't get knocked out, his shit it's probably going through the roof. If he loses like nasty, like gets knocked out by Spence or some shit, you know, people will still respect it and be like, you know, too much weight, too soon. But either way, you got to give him credit, because I know that fight's going to sell. The fight's going to sell. So to me, I think Mikey would be the A side. What do y'all think? See, some of y'all really don't know Croatian boxing. Stop. You guys don't understand boxing. Loma got power, 12 wins, 9 by KO. Bro, first of all, he's not. Oh my gosh. First of all, is he fighting Tank Davis level people? Is he fighting Mikey Garcia, Machado, Berchelt, guys with momentum, guys who are champion, guys like the other best guys that could possibly beat him? You know, is he rematching Salido? You come on, bro. Like, he has a solid resume for a few fights, obviously, because he has so many fights as an amateur. But, you know, put it this way. If Lomachenko, in my honest opinion, if Lomachenko had the amount of fights that Golovkin has, that Canelo has, that Terrence Crawford has, his knockout percentage would not be quite so high. The reason it's so high now is because he has so few fights, which is stuff you see with prospects. I seen, you know, Paulie Malignaggi and Tim Bradley aren't notable punchers, but they actually have knockouts early in their career. So stop it. Lomachenko's power is, you know, like Amir Khan-ish. Like, you can't just outright disrespect it, you know, but he has to wear you down and break you down and throw. Tank Davis just talked about it. I just did a video. It's on the channel. He says 43 shots or 2. That's what Tank said, which is absolutely right. He debilitated and knocked out, you know, Jose Pedraza with very few shots. He just hurt him with like singles, just yap. And Pedraza's like, you know, Lomachenko threw everything but the kitchen sink. That's how I know a lot of y'all don't know boxing. You know? Lomachenko threw everything but the kitchen sink in the 11th round. And, you know, somehow Pedraza, that, you know, put it this way. If Kovalev hit you with that many shots in the 11th round, you'll probably be dead. You know, or you'll be seriously fucked up. That's how you can gauge power. If Wilder landed that flush and that frequently, there's no way the guy would be standing. Listen, I'm trying to school y'all, trying to help y'all with your boxing knowledge. Who believes that Deontay Wilder would throw as many punches and hit as frequently and often as Lomachenko was hitting Pedraza in that 11th round, and the person would still be standing up? Wilder was struggling in the mid rounds with Tyson Fury, hit him with 2 punches. 2. And Tyson Fury was out of there. You know, he was really hurt from 2 punches. Lomachenko just landed hella punches. Pedraza's head was going back and all that. Come on, bro. You gotta be able to keep up. You talking boxing with the big dogs. Loma ain't got the best power. Bro, I'm telling, Kovalev killed a man. If Kovalev hit you as many times, like he hit Pascal with single shots, and Pascal was acting hella weird in the first fight. Pascal was, he was falling all through the ropes in the first fight. He was looking crazy in there. That's power. Lomachenko don't be doing that to guys. Stop it. Julian Jackson, he'll hit you with a single shot and your head looks like it's going to snap off your body. That's power. Like, Julian Jackson didn't have to hit you 40 times. Oh my, thank you. Shout out to my channel members. He said Lomachenko landed 41 punches in round 11. That's what I'm saying. Lomachenko, they said he had a 50% connect rate or something ridiculous in the 11th round. if Deontay Wilder connects with 50% of his punches after you've already been knocked down and hurt, you will be in bad shape. You will be internally bleeding and or dying. I'm not being funny. I'm saying this is, you would truly be in somebody's emergency. You would be hemorrhaging. Wilder you cannot let, the reason Tyson Fury did so well is because he's 6'9", and Wilder wasn't able to hit him flush. If Wilder landed 50% of anything, you're getting stopped. The biggest problem Wilder had in the mid rounds is his accuracy. Lomachenko, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all be saying, if you land 50% and you're a puncher, that's why punchers don't even have to throw that many punches. Wilder, look, Golovkin, if Golovkin lands 50% of his punches, you're dead. You're dead meat. That's how you know when you have a puncher. Ruslan Provodnikov, he was hurting Chris Algieri with single shots. Bradley was cross-eyed. If Ruslan hits you with 50% of his shots in one round, Bradley would be, I don't know. I don't even want to know, If Tank lands 50% of his punches, you're dead. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the difference. That's how you know who's like shit, Mikey Garcia. If he lands 50% of his punches, you see, Dejan Zlaticanin got knocked the fuck out. I was there with probably 2 shots. One buzzed him, and he was like, just stood up, and then Mikey hit him with that club punch. Bow, and then his whole body just 2 punches. That's how you know who has punching power. Mikey, he destroyed him with 2 punches. He said your skull would be powder. That's what I'm saying. Punchers are different. Loma, the first boxer to win 3 world titles in 3 divisions in 12 fights. Oh my gosh. That's good. That's a great accomplishment. But the real reason being, okay, I'm trying to find the best way to explain it to you guys. It's good and it sounds better. Like, okay, the reason why that doesn't happen unless you have an amateur experience. Like Peter Quillen won the world title coming off of the streets. He was street fighting to win a world title. That's why that's impressive, because he was homeless. Shout out to my dude Kid Chocolate. He was homeless, rummaging through trash cans or whatever he was doing, moving around, migrating, street fighting, and then he wins a world title. Vasily Lomachenko has 2 gold medals, has been boxing since he was a kid. His dad took him out of boxing as a kid for some odd time to get him in dance classes, and he was playing other sports. Then they re-enrolled him in boxing. So he's been fighting his whole life. As an amateur, his record is like 397-1. So he has, and then he fought in a tournament before he turned pro, and I don't think they had headgear. He fought Jose Ramirez, shit like that. So he had about 6 fights in that. So we're talking about Lomachenko, who's been fighting since he was a kid, right? And he has 400 plus fights. So I would hope that they rush his career in few fights. He's not just some guy coming off the street like Peter Quillen getting a title. So of course he's able to do these things in 13 fights because he has 400 plus fights before he even turned pro. It's not rocket science. That's just like Joe Joyce is knocking motherfuckers out. You know why? Because he's a silver Olympic medalist and he's 33 years old. So yeah, they're moving him through and he's knocking out. Joe Joyce ain't just like a heavyweight like Daniel Dubois. That's why you look at Daniel Dubois, he's only 21. So they just building him up, letting him gain confidence, stuff like that. Joe Joyce is 33. He's 33, so yeah, it's going, you got to get some things in motion the older you are in boxing. But anyway, like I said, Lomachenko's a good fighter. Mikey Garcia and Tank are clearly the best fights for him. I saw that shit live because I heard of him before he was famous. That's what I'm saying. Lomachenko, like here's a pretty good analogy. Let's say I get a job at Apple, you know, like the main Apple headquarters, you know, not just like an Apple store, like Apple, you know, like let's say I was working under Steve Jobs, rest in peace, right? And I'm new to the company and the company's getting all this new growth because I'm doing well in my position. But then you look at my resume and then you've seen before I sign on with Apple that I worked for Microsoft for 20 years. Then it would make sense. Okay, he came from a similar industry, a different company. That's how jobs work, right? That's no different than Lomachenko. Lomachenko's coming from, he was unemployed and he just caught on real fast. He has 406 when you add up his amateur career and you add the World of Boxing tournament that he was in, which was similar to pro. They were even trying to decide if it should count on your actual boxing pro record because it was kind of closer. But anyway, when you add that up, he has like 405, 407 fights total. So yeah, of course he's moving fast, moving along. That's why they put him in. It's not like, that's why you don't see it happen. You don't see nobody else challenging for a title in their second fight because they're not his age and with that type of resume and you know, 2 gold medals. People always forget that. Yeah, Loma never going to 47. Yeah, 47 would be too much to me. See, and that's why I said people should halt with the Pacquiao and Floyd better than them, and we've never seen this comparisons. Because how is Bob Arum going to say he's better than Floyd, but he can't even accomplish what Floyd did because he's not. We know he's not going to get. I mean, you never say never, but I don't see him fighting at 47. So how's he going to get 5 divisions? You know, how's he going to get 8 divisions like Pacquiao? It would be, I can't see it. I can't see him fighting at 47. If you got knocked down by Jorge Linares, how you going to fight Errol Spence at 147? You know, how you going to fight Keith Thurman 147, Terrence Crawford 147? You know, doesn't seem likely, right? You got to punch with Lomachenko. You know what? I know some people are going to get mad at this, but I said this before and people said I was crazy. Ruslan Provodnikov and Danny Garcia at 140 when they were there would give Lomachenko issue. They would give him issue. If not, I think they could beat him. Styles make fights, bro. Danny Garcia, it don't matter if he's he had true power at 140. You seen Eric Morales. Eric Morales fought Marcos Maidana, Marco Antonio Barrera, you know, he fought all these guys. Danny Garcia had true power at 140 where he could seriously hurt you. You know, he got Matisse's respect. You know, that actually, when Matisse was fighting Humberto Soto and after he knocked out Lamont Peterson, that fight would it probably even been pretty good. He outclassed Rigondeaux. Yeah, Rigondeaux's 2 divisions smaller than him. Why'd he say Mikey's name when everyone knows he's at 147, but he didn't mention Tank? Who knows? He said there's no way Lomachenko is better than Pretty Boy Floyd at 135. See? And then when I made the videos and live streams talking about the ESPN statement that said this version of Lomachenko would perhaps beat Floyd and destroy him and all this shit, y'all got mad. You see how it all comes full circle. That's why I sit and wait. I know I'm not saying nothing that's crazy, but they get mad. They mad at me. They get mad as fuck when I say it. And then, you know, time goes on. And then we see what's what. That's why I never sweat it. Ever. Because they just in their feelings like Drake. Look, I just did a video 1 month ago. Look, Floyd Mayweather can't compare to Lomachenko at 135. 146 likes, 46 dislikes. That was a statement. Look.
Bob Arum says that VASYL Lomachenko would easily beat Floyd Mayweather. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with
I just did this video a month ago. That's what, man. I hate. I'm not trying. I swear, I'm not just trying to tap my, pat myself on the back. This shit is too easy for me. They got mad as fuck when I made the video. Mad at me because I'm responding to what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum said that Mayweather would easily get beat by Lomachenko at 135. And I'm like, huh? PEDRAZA didn't even easily get beat. Yes, the 11th round was great. But like I said, is there anyone that even believes that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't blow past Jose PEDRAZA like easily? He coming off a long layoff no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Bob. How you feeling today? Good. We're next.
Look. It was the ES News video that I was reacting to. Shout out to ES News. It says Bob Arum, why Lomachenko beats Floyd Mayweather at 135. ES News Boxing. I don't know if y'all... Look. So, I don't sweat it. At the end of the day, I hold me accountable to anything I say. I know I'm not out here saying no crazy shit. People get mad at me. I know I'm not saying nothing crazy. So, Bob Arum, that was just a month ago. 46 dislikes. What are they disliking? See, that's why I don't sweat it. I don't sweat it. You said Pretty Boy Floyd would get beat by Lomachenko easily. Pretty sure he said the word easily. We don't even know if you could beat Mikey Garcia or Tank or Machado, if he moves up to 135, let alone a legend like Pretty Boy Floyd. I did the stream months ago and y'all was telling me that Tommy Hearns at 154 would lose. Do y'all remember that? Y'all said Lomachenko would beat Tommy Hearns at 154. I said, what about Roberto Duran and Shane Mosley at 35? And the man fans, yup, Lomachenko is too talented for that. Shane Mosley was ripping heads off at 35, bruh. True power, explosive speed. People didn't want to value what I was saying. They said I was full of shit. And then now look who looks crazy once again. Man, I can't wait to find that video. They really said my dude Tommy Hearns at 154 would lose to Lomachenko. But then PEDRAZA's in a competitive fight. That doesn't even make sense. You can't even if you could beat Tommy Hearns at 154, then I can't even see you in a you can't even have no tough fight with PEDRAZA at 135. Because that doesn't even really make too much sense. But, same old new media. Yeah, these man fans, I try to tell y'all. And see, they always act like I'm the one saying crazy shit. I'm not saying nothing crazy. I'm not being disrespectful. Lomachenko, he's entertaining. But I'm not, I'm not going to sit around and just like kiss ass and lie and say something and not have constructive criticism because it's going to make a team or a person like me more, because realistically, I'm as real as it comes. You would want to have people like me because at the end of the day, I would rather, a lot of people are fake. They'll be kissing your ass and smiling in your face and talking bad about you. I'm telling you exactly how I feel off rip. Lomachenko's good, not invincible. See? Oh my gosh. I like the longtime supporters. They be They be corroborating what I'm saying. He said, I remember that live ego because you brought up the Eddie Hearns Ali exhibition. Oh, see, oh my God. See, that's facts. That's how you know he was there for it. Yeah, and I was like, how the fuck? I said, Lomachenko will beat Tommy Hearns at 54? I said, Tommy Hearns had an exhibition. Oh my gosh, you just brought up a point. You reminded me. I said, Tommy Hearns had an exhibition with Muhammad Ali. He was a fucking heavyweight. Can you imagine Muhammad Ali and Lomachenko having anyone's exhibition? And people are like, no, of course you can't. Because it's too much of a weight disparity. So if Tommy Hearns is, and Tommy Hearns was fucking with it. He was like, you know, rest in peace. I'm not, you know, gonna say nothing bad about Muhammad Ali, one of my favorites, but he was holding his own. Lomachenko would look like a kid next to Muhammad Ali. You know, so that just goes to show you Tommy Hearns had a huge weight disparity, and they were still trying to say it, you know. The video's on YouTube. Yeah, Tommy Hearns is sparring with Muhammad Ali, and these motherfuckers was trying to say I didn't know boxing and say Lomachenko could beat Tommy Hearns at 154, where he was a killer. You know, he's a killer his whole career. But this motherfucker's 6'1", long-ass arms, longer than Floyd's, and he has real Kronk gym power. He got that Cobra Detroit power. And they telling me, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's cool to like a fighter, but you got to be realistic.
Next, middleweight Tommy Hearns, who won a few exhibition rounds with Ali.
Look. And look, he looked Ali's size and shit. Look at Tommy fucking with it. He damn near looked Muhammad Ali's size. Look. Look. This was an older Ali, but still. What y'all talking about? See, that's what I'm saying. These dudes don't. They groupies and shit. Man fans. Ego, obviously whoever said that shit isn't mentally stable. But this is my, you know, it's funny whether they're trolling, mentally stable, it proves my point that these dudes are so they're man fans and they're so radical that emotions possess them. They have to say whatever. Hearns had cracks, bro. He knocked out Roberto Duran, who had a chin, knocked him out smooth. Like, stop it, bro. Because Lomachenko, he's not even getting full respect from lightweights to, you know, for many rounds where they're not like just scared of his power. So how you gonna get Tommy Hearns at 6'1"? But come on, bro. This is not Mike Tyson Punch Out. Croatian Boxing King. He says Lomachenko would clown Tank, make him miss, and tag him with shots. Tank would get embarrassed and quit. Bro, you just sound like a man fan. Listen. So the guy that Tank beat the hell up, I thought, you know, I gave Tank a lot of rounds in that fight. You know, put it this way. PEDRAZA did better versus Lomachenko than he did with Tank. He was getting fucked up by Tank. Bro, nobody cares about your opinion if you can't support it. PEDRAZA looked better factually. He looked better versus Lomachenko than he did with Tank. I'm talking about throughout the course of the fight. And he didn't even quit versus Lomachenko even when he was hurt. So why would you assume that Gervonta Tank Davis, who has more power than PEDRAZA and is explosive, also a southpaw, undefeated with an amateur pedigree of over 200 fights, why would you assume that Tank would quit when Jose PEDRAZA doesn't even have the style of Tank or the power of Tank, and Tank beat him and didn't quit? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see how stupid that sounds? Let me say this. Floyd decision, De La Hoya Pacquiao KO'd Oscar, yet Floyd dominated Pacquiao. Oh my gosh, bro. You are lost in the sauce. First of all, you don't know shit about boxing. I got to tell you that. Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya at 154. Pacquiao was coming up from 135 to 147. Had Pacquiao fought Oscar De La Hoya at his more natural weight at that time, because you have to understand that Oscar De La Hoya got stopped by Bernard Hopkins. So his natural weight wasn't welterweight at that point of his career. He was in his 30s. So you're already, just off of that, shows me you don't know what the fuck you talking about. If Pacquiao jumped up from 135 to 154, where Floyd fought De La Hoya, you know, we don't know if Pacquiao would have beat it. I promise you it wouldn't have looked that one-sided, even if Pacquiao somehow beat De La Hoya. So that's not even a good comparison, bro. It's not a good comparison because you're talking about De La Hoya late in his career after being through wars, being stopped by Bernard Hopkins, warring with Felix Tito Trinidad and, you know, Fernando Vargas and all these fights, and Mayorgas and Ike Corte and Felix Sturm. You're talking about that De La Hoya who fought everybody, then coming down and having to have an IV, like you guys, you motherfuckers talk about Floyd having an IV. De La Hoya had an IV because he was dropped down a whole weight class late in his career after having wars. Stop it. It was at a catch weight too, wasn't it? Hey, some of you motherfuckers need to go back to school. Please. Now we got Kanung says, so you'd pick Davis over Lomachenko. When the fuck did I say any of that? Listen, if you can't listen, if you cut your ears off like Vincent Van Gogh, don't come to my channel. If you can't hear, I never said Tank beats Lomachenko. I never said that. I never said he does. I never even made a fight prediction. All I said was it's a good fight. It's an excellent fight. And I would like to see Mikey Garcia or Tank Davis. So, again, if you slice your ears off and you can't listen, hold me to what I say. If you didn't hear me say it, then don't ask me about it. If somebody else's channel says something, ask them about it. He said, mate, it's a fucking question. No, it's a question where you're implying the answer and you're saying it as if I said that. You said, so you'd pick Davis over Lomachenko. I never said nothing about that. Ask me, who would you pick? That's how you ask a question. You already have the, you know, you're already, it's like a, I don't even know the word for it right now. But anyway, you're kind of implying the answer. Don't solicit the answer. Just say, who would you pick? You know? Don't ask me, oh, so you're going to pick, why, you know, you're going to pick blah, blah, blah. I didn't say that. I just said it's a good fight. Learn to listen. Loma, you think, or Ego, you think Loma performance gives Tank more confidence to take the fight? I think Tank has confidence. I know, dude. He got confidence. You know, I think he already had confidence. You know, I don't know. I don't know if Mayweather Promotions didn't want to make the fight, but loaded question. Yeah, that's a good term for it. Loma is the best ever. That's what's up. You know, listen, this is what the man fans do. They always got to say, they got to say something radical to try to like stir something up, but whatever, have at it. You think Lomachenko is the best ever? Great. You know, but like I said, I mean, people seen the performance with PEDRAZA, so I think you might be the only one screaming that right at this given moment, you know. Anyway, Mikey Garcia and Tank are the best fights for him. But, you know, as a consolation, if Machado moved up to 35, that would be a good fight. He's a beast. It says, Ego, I respect you, but I still stick with my opinion that Loma makes Tank quit. You know, let's see it. That, you know, that's what I always say. Let's see. Hold on, y'all got me getting hot. You know, it's getting tense in here. Hold on. I take that hoodie off. What the fuck? It start getting hella hot. Anyway, yeah, Tank is undefeated and he's never quit, but he's gonna just quit now. I mean, if that's what you feel, cool. Let's see it. Like I said, I don't believe you know, you guys running with the Lomachenko shit. Sounds good. But if anyone, PEDRAZA, he's been stopped before. He got hit with every punch in the 11th round, and he didn't even quit. So I don't know where this tank is going to quit is coming from, because PEDRAZA had every reason to quit in the 11th round, 12th round, and he didn't. So good luck with that. Like, I'm going to say it again. I said PEDRAZA had every reason to quit in that 11th if that's what his character was, but he didn't. So, you know, that don't make no sense. These fools seen Little Rigondeaux quit. Now everybody's going to quit. That's what I'm saying. Like, all right. Ego, I think Barchel gives a lot of problems to Loma. Listen, Barchel is like, he's like wild, but he's also really tall, and he has power, and he has heart from what it looked like with the Mickey Roman, because he got hurt in there. You know, so stylistically, Loma is technically better than him, but you know, he's technically better than Salido too, and Salido beat him. So yeah, that Mexican style could give him issue. And Barchel is taller and bigger than Orlando Salido and Lomachenko. At least he looks like it. See, and the other I'm glad you brought that up, Gustavo. Now that interview / comment by Lomachenko, I already told. See, this is what I'm saying. I've been like, I tell my thoughts, and then we just wait, and then it like a lot of it's been coming true. Lomachenko did that interview talking about Pacquiao's too old. Man, Pacquiao, if Loma looked like he looked today, Pacquiao's a tough ass fight at 140. You know, you talking about he's an old legend and you don't have to do him greasy. I would love to see Pacquiao versus, because Pacquiao ain't no punk. You ain't just gonna knock Pacquiao out. Jeff Horn didn't knock Pacquiao out. He hurt him in the 6th round, but he didn't knock him out. Juan Manuel Marquez did it, but he had 3 chances to learn Pacquiao. Pacquiao got snappy punches, and he has speed, and he has a chin. You know, even though he's been knocked out, it's just not something that anybody's just going to do to him. You see, I'm done, man. These dudes just won't stop with the excuses. He said Salido didn't win the fight, Loma was robbed. Whatever, bro. If he was robbed so bad, why didn't he rematch him? Tyson Fury probably gonna rematch Wilder. He feels he was robbed. That's typically what you would do. You know, Kovalev thought he was robbed versus Andre Ward. They ran it back. So why would, okay, so answer that. These dudes is trapped. Man, oh my gosh, bro. I got these dudes trapped. He was crying in there. So why didn't Lomachenko run it back with Salido if he felt he was robbed? But Kovalev thought he was robbed and he ran it back with Andre Ward. Tyson Fury is most likely going to run it back with Wilder because he thought he was robbed. Isn't that what you would do if you thought you got robbed by someone? You're like, fuck that. You know, Mike Alvarado, he thought it was like a premature stoppage with Brandon Rios. They ran it back. A block Scalene Konung. Block them. They're no longer welcome. Get them out of here. I'm sick of your smart ass comments. Oh, we ain't got no shooter? Hold on, let me get this. Let me get him. Let me get him, y'all. These dudes make excuses after every fight. Shout out to General Squirrels, $2 super chat. Money Gang, the Vampire Stream. In my ego voice. Yeah, man. Hey, this ESPN commentary is so funny. Lomachenko is like the savior on ESPN. And you know what's funny? From what I've seen, they never treat the black fighter like that. Like Terrence Crawford is in a tough fight with Jose Benavidez or whatever. That's how they'll call it. But when Lomachenko get up there and he's with a 50-1 underdog, they calling it like Lomachenko, you know, it's still, oh, he's still doing, look at the footwork. Like, what? All right. They picking up right where HBO left off. See, look, I said it, and then one of the Eagles Army said it too. Same time. ESPN going down the same route as HBO. They saying, you know, I guess it's fashionable. You know, when Wilder fights Fury, you know, let's analyze everything. When Terrence Crawford fights Jose Benavidez, let's analyze everything. And then let Lomachenko fight, even though he's having a tough fight with Linares. He's having a more difficult fight than most people imagine. People thought Pedraza was going to get knocked out easy. You know, and then they talking like like we watching two different fights. I blocked the dude. He gonna come back hella quick. Gotta go. Get this dude up out of here, man. Why they keep coming back, man? Why these dudes keep coming back, yo? They get like, it's like they hate it so much and the channel's horrible, but they won't leave me alone. Yeah, ESPN commentary is crazy. These comments, Cinnamon Savage is funny. ESPN wants that international star so bad. Lomachenko is not it. Well, like I said, Mikey Garcia to me is the A-side because he's about to be on pay-per-view. And Lomachenko's fight, the attendance was 5,000 and change. Mikey Garcia's next fight will do more than 5,000 for sure with Errol Spence. And I was at Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter, and that did over 5,000 for sure. The Staples was jumping that night. Staples was cracking when I went to cover Mikey Garcia Easter. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm about to get out of here, watch a little Netflix, chill out. I appreciate it. You guys, appreciate you for holding it down. Rock with your boy. I'll be back with some more heat later on. The Vampire Stream. Smash the like button. Let's get one last surge through the likes. Smash the like button. Shout out to everybody. Fuck with the channel. I hate when most of the commentators hype up throwing punches that land on opposing boxers' gloves. Atlas been suspect lately. He wasn't like that before. I don't know what happened. I like Teddy Atlas, and then like, you know, recently he's been just saying whatever. Like, I mean, one of the early points where I seen where I was like, damn, this don't even sound like Atlas commentary. He was like, when he told Terrence Crawford after he unified a division that he was undisputed. Crawford became undisputed, beating Ndongo. Andre Ward was on the telecast, and he looked them both. And Andre Ward was active at the time. He said Lomachenko's in front of y'all. He said Lomachenko's pound for pound #1 in front of y'all. See, you see how disrespectful they be disrespecting the black fighter. I'm trying to tell y'all. I mean, from what angle is Andre Ward or Terrence Crawford behind Lomachenko? I mean, I just want to hear I want to hear it. I want to hear what the reason is. They both had more fights. Andre Ward was undefeated. Crawford's undefeated. Lomachenko has a loss. They both have more fights than him. They all, you know, to me, I think Andre Ward is a harder style to beat. You know, Terrence Crawford is a harder style to beat, hence why they're undefeated. You know, Lomachenko has been beat before. And you look at the Linares fight, you look at the Pedraza fight, he moved up a division again, props to him. He still is hurting guys, but the fights are getting a lot tougher. And those aren't even considered, you know, the Mikey Garcias of the division or Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, Tank actually beat the guy he fought yesterday. So without a shadow of doubt in my mind, I really feel like Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford show more separation in most of their fights, and they have more fights, and they are harder styles to beat. Harder style to beat. How do you beat Andre Ward? Kovalev had boxing ability and power and was a little bit bigger than Ward and had more experience at light heavyweight. Still lost twice. How you beat Terrence Crawford? Benavidez was way bigger. Julius Ndongo was way bigger. Victor Posto, good boxer, way bigger. You know, different levels of power. You know, guys with momentum. You know, guys who were just rugged. Olympic gold medalists, Gamboa and Felix Diaz. And Crawford's destroying them. Jeff Horn, bigger, stronger. Crawford's first fight at welterweight. Crawford, you know, destroyed Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn weighed in naked because he, you know, he's a big for the weight class and doesn't make the weight easy, right? He beat Manny Pacquiao. He got to live like a champion. I thought Pacquiao won, but it was close, you know. But a lot of people thought Jeff Horn won that fight. Either way, Pacquiao didn't look at his best. He didn't look like he looked versus Matisse. So you got to give some credit to Jeff Horn, you know. And Crawford destroyed him. You know, Lomachenko moved up in weight. He's had some moments. The 11th round was a good moment for him in the Pedraza fight, stopping Linares. But you got to look at the people. Linares had been stopped before. I heard Pacquiao used to stop him in sparring. But, you know, even from a professional standpoint, we know Linares got stopped by Antonio DeMarco in a fight he was doing good. You know, he's just not mentally aware. In my opinion, I'm not making any excuses, but Linares had mental lapses in fights, you know, where he fought some dude in the UK. I remember his hella fights. Evgeny Gradovich was on the card and all these people. And then, you know, Linares didn't really look good in that particular fight. It was a UK card, like a matchroom card. Anthony Corolla, you know, when Linares fought Luke Campbell, you know, Luke Campbell was doing really, he knocked Luke Campbell down, but, you know, Luke Campbell, a gold medalist, was giving him a tough time, and he didn't really have the experience like Linares. You know, Linares didn't really show much separation in Mercita Hesta, and like I said, he'd been stopped. Terrence Crawford stopped Jeff Horn, who, you know, he's wild, big, got power, beat Pacquiao. Anyway, I'm out. The Vampire Stream. Shout out to all y'all. We working.